Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon, and I love reoccurring guests. And I have Trina Vaughn with me, and she's the diva of Las Vegas. Well, one of them, because there's a lot of divas out there, aren't there?
But I'm the Vegas.
She is the diva, though. So let's not make no mistake about it, and I'm not going to argue the fact either. How are you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great because I'm having a lot of fabulous people like you on, and it's all these reoccurring guests and how they've got on and being on the show that's kind of helped them a little bit to get where they need to get.
Absolutely.
And to do a lot of stuff. And I just like to see the success of my guests, of where they're going and what they're doing. And this is your book.
Yes.
This is not the new one, right?
No, that's not the new one. This one actually, it's a revised copy.
Okay.
It came out on the market October of 2018.
Okay.
Okay. And that's the Diva Chronicles 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you got another one coming out, right?
Yes, this one is going to come out May 2019.
Diva Chronicle 3?
Yes.
There you go.
It's a series.
It's a series.
Yes.
How do you manage to get from the first, second, now the third, to make each one different? Because a diva is a diva. I mean, you know, we're kind of the same all the time, but maybe we're upgrading ourselves. What are we doing?
That's what you do. You constantly
Upgrade, just elevate yourself?
Elevate yourself. I'm constantly writing. I'm a poet. I do quotes. I talk about relatable issues in the world.
You know, I'm a poet too, don't you?
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
I write sonnets. I do.
Do you really?
I go after Shakespeare. I write sonnets.
Wow.
Yes, I do.
I didn't know
I've
that.
written about, I don't know, 75, 80 sonnets, yeah.
Wow.
And I'm trying to get a book together, so I might get in contact with you
Please
to find
do.
out how I can. I mean, can you imagine I have a book like this? I know exactly how I want my book.
Okay.
Exactly. So,
Call me.
Well, I'll call you.
Yes.
Maybe we'll get something done.
Absolutely. I can
And,
make that happen.
Make it later. Oh, I love when somebody makes it happen because I'm always so busy and everything. But back to you. So how do you change each book? Is it through the experience? Because you're only going like a year.
Yes.
You're apart,
I
so-
have new ideas every single day. So I write every single day. I have a notebook. I have the notes in my phone.
Do you pull the car over and write something down when it happens?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes I do.
And do you also have a recorder?
I have a recorder. I have notes. I have sticky notes.
Because I used to
all
have
over.
a recorder hanging around my neck.
Yes, yes.
And then I would, if I saw something, I would just pick it up and record it. And although they're not in sequence of how they should be in a book.
Correct.
Because when you write a book or when you write a film, it does not have to be the beginning all the way through. You can write part of the end, you can write in the middle, and then you put it all together. Is that correct?
Then you put it all together. Your ideas don't necessarily come in sequence.
No.
You just write your ideas, and then once you put your book together, once you type your manuscript, then you put your ideas in sort of
in
a sequence.
So people understand how you've actually been thinking.
Right.
And so you're doing well on that.
Yes.
So where is your book now? Where can people buy your book?
Amazon.com. I write for Xlibris, so you can get it at Xlibris.com. I'm also self-publishing with AuthorHouse.com.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am. So
She's really coming up the ladder. I love that.
Yes.
No wonder you look so happy.
Thank you.
And also, you know, I love to remark on things like this. You lost a lot of weight.
I have. People may not know, but I suffer from lupus.
I know what lupus is.
Yes,
very
it's
well.
a very dangerous ailment.
Yes.
And so
diet-wise, you have to be careful.
Yes. And so I've been suffering for over 20 years. So it's always an uphill, downhill battle.
Yes.
So you must change and stick with your diet, watch what you eat and drink, exercise. And so battling this for over 20 years,
You've got to it. I
think I finally found my magic. What works for me.
Can eat because somebody else could have lupus, but also not being able to eat the same food as you eat.
Right.
So I think it all depends on the person of how they can digest and how they can take care of lupus. Is very bad.
Well, we're all different too. Even though we have lupus, our symptoms are very different.
Yes.
So what works for me may not work for someone else.
Absolutely.
You know? And I want to say to all of my lupus sufferers or all my invisible ailment sufferers, I pray for you and I love you and remain strong because we have some uphill battles.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think all of us in this entire world have battles of some sort, and whether
Yes.
it's an illness or whether it's a mental thing or whether it's just being skinny or being overweight. Or,
Yes.
I don't think it matters any color you are, whatever you are. I think we all
Absolutely
have problems. Because I kind of count the world as one.
Yes, I do as well.
I don't see any difference with anybody out there. Yes, they might speak a different language.
Right.
They might look a little different.
Correct.
But basically, we're all the same.
We are all the same.
And we're all trying to achieve the
We're
same
all trying
thing,
to do the same thing.
which is our dream.
Yes, it is. It is.
How hard is it for somebody, and what advice would you give somebody out there, especially the younger generation, because they're getting hit really hard.
They
'Cause
are.
They're all being told they're stupid, they're ignorant, they don't do anything, they have no manners, they have nothing. Well, that's not true. They do. What would you like to explain to them as an author of how they can actually do what they want to do, and how would they accomplish that? Maybe not listening to other people.
Well, you know, that leads me into some other things that I wanted to talk about as well.
Oh, good. I hit on it.
You know, the adults in the community, we need to band together, you know, especially
we
for
need
the
to go to-
children.
yes.
We need to come together. We need to make sure that the children know that they have some accountability partner, someone in the community they can go out to, reach out to, someone to talk to.
Whether it's a little club or a little community something, or
Community,
a center or
club, center.
Boys and Girls Club or somewhere.
All of that
Yes.
and more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to hold ourselves accountable as adults because they're children. They depend on
I think
us.
we've forgotten their children.
I think we've forgotten that they're children.
These are young people. Anybody under 18 needs help.
They need help,
They might not think they do,
but they do.
but you don't have to tell them, well, I'm going to help you. I mean, you do it automatically, and you see where they're kind of...
Let's continue to keep the protocols in place, especially nowadays with the bullying.
I just had a woman on, Dr. Vicky.
Yes.
Just had her on.
The bullying is out of control.
But not only with the young people, it's
the adults too.
adults. And
We bully too.
Count back, you know. I always remember my
Yes.
husband, sometimes he would get into this awful mood, and suddenly I'd go into his office was a home, and I would walk in and he'd start yelling and screaming. I'd look at him, what on earth happened? So I would not join it because I had nothing to do with it.
Right.
I would walk out. And then half an hour later I'd come back again, start yelling, and I'd walk out. And I came. So he said to me, he said, Ninon, he said, why do you keep walking out? I said, because I can't make sense of you, and whatever I say, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why you're yelling and screaming at me, but I will do two things. I will say I'm sorry, or I will explain of something obviously I said to you that aggravated you.
Communication.
And that's all I wanted was communication. And I said probably something British, because I probably answered him something with the British way,
Yes.
and him not understanding it. So it was like a big, which I have to do many times, explain
Right.
what I'm saying sometimes,
Absolutely.
because it's, you know.
Yes.
But I think that's what we need to do.
Communication.
Communicate. Yeah, that's the
Absolutely.
greatest thing.
Yes, communication.
Communication.
Yes.
It's amazing. So what else are you doing? Diva, the Diva.
Oh my gosh, I am this book, Diva Chronicles 2. It's going to the LA Times Book Festival.
Oh, how wonderful.
April, the weekend, 12th, 13th, 14th. I'll be there. Come out, see me.
Now, this is in Los Angeles?
Los Angeles.
Where
yes.
in Los Angeles, do you know?
It's near the USC campus.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to have booths there.
So it's in
and-
downtown Los Angeles?
Yes, downtown Los Angeles, going to be there. I am super excited. That is an honor for any author, you know, to be
Yeah.
a part of that festival. It's one of the
Absolutely.
largest book festivals ever in the world.
And you have to be invited to it?
Sometimes they invite you. Sometimes, you know, you have to pay for it yourself. But when you're sponsored,
And you're sponsored?
and I'm sponsored,
Sponsored.
I'm sponsored.
So that makes,
that makes it extra
that makes you
special.
very, very special.
Yes,
well,
it
Trina
does.
is special, and you're special
Thank
in
you
this
so
town
much.
as well.
Thank you.
With all your writing and everything you do. And don't forget to help the younger generation with their writing so they become authors
Absolutely,
as well. So,
absolutely.
You know, how can anybody reach you?
You can reach me by my cell phone numbers, which is also my business number, 702-502-1236. Again, 702-502-1236. I have an email, chatting it up, chattingitup45@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know your thoughts. How can I help you in any way?
Oh, that's nice.
We have to pull together.
We've got to pull together.
Yes.
And talk about pulling together. Don't forget to go to YouTube, because otherwise my producer's going to get mad at me if I don't bring this up. You've got to go to YouTube. Obviously, you know how to get to YouTube, and subscribe to Vegas Live with Ninon. Our subscription has gone up tremendously because I've been doing this and I've been trying to help, as well as, you know, I'm sure you subscribed as well.
Yes.
And if you haven't subscribed, you go ahead and subscribe.
I've subscribed.
You do, so she did subscribe. But don't forget to do that. And thank you for watching. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.